In the epoch following the Great Deluge, a singular tongue united all of humanity. The entire world spoke one language, and their words were common, fostering an unprecedented unity among them. This shared linguistic heritage allowed for seamless communication and collective endeavor. As generations unfolded, people journeyed eastward from the cradle of civilization. They discovered a fertile plain in the land of Shinar, where they chose to establish their new home. This region, rich in resources, became the site of their ambitious plans. There, a momentous decision was reached by the collective human will. They resolved to construct not merely a city, but a towering edifice whose summit would pierce the very heavens. This monumental undertaking was to be a testament to their power and ingenuity. Their motivation was twofold and deeply rooted in human aspiration. Firstly, they sought to make a name for themselves, to forge a legacy that would echo through time. Secondly, they aimed to prevent their dispersion across the vast expanse of the earth, desiring to remain a unified, concentrated force. For their grand construction, they employed innovative methods. Instead of natural stone, they utilized molded bricks, hardened by fire, demonstrating their mastery over materials. Bitumen served as their mortar, binding the bricks with remarkable strength and durability. From his celestial abode, the Lord descended to survey the burgeoning city and the audacious tower. He observed the meticulous labor and the unified purpose driving this colossal project. The divine gaze penetrated the intentions of humanity. God recognized the profound power inherent in their unity and shared language. He perceived that this collective spirit, coupled with a common tongue, represented an immense potential for both creation and transgression. Their combined strength was formidable. A profound concern arose within the divine council regarding this unchecked ambition. The Lord contemplated that if humanity, in its unified state, could achieve such a feat, then nothing they purposed to do would be impossible for them. This boundless potential carried inherent risks. Thus, a decisive divine intervention was enacted to alter the course of human history. God determined to confuse their language, to introduce a multiplicity of tongues where once there had been one. This act would fundamentally reshape human interaction. The immediate consequence was profound and disorienting. People could no longer comprehend the speech of their neighbors or fellow workers. The common words that once bound them now became an impenetrable barrier, leading to utter bewilderment. With communication fractured and understanding lost, the monumental construction effort ground to a halt. The building of the city and its aspiring tower ceased, abandoned amidst the cacophony of incomprehensible voices. Their grand project remained unfinished. In fulfillment of their own unspoken fear, the Lord scattered them from that place. Humanity, once concentrated, was dispersed across the entire face of the earth, compelled to seek new lands and form new communities based on their newly differentiated languages. The city, left incomplete, was forever named Babel, a designation that perfectly encapsulated its fate. The name Babel, meaning confusion, served as an eternal reminder of the confused speech that brought their unified ambition to an end. Following the account of Babel, the sacred narrative meticulously records the lineage descending from Shem, one of Noah's righteous sons. This genealogy traces the thread of promise through generations, leading towards a pivotal figure in salvation history. Shem, 100 years old, 2 years after the Great Flood, became the father of Arpachshad. After this significant birth, Shem lived for another 500 years, during which he fathered other sons and daughters, contributing to the repopulation of the earth. Arpachshad, at the age of 35, begat Shelah. His life extended for an additional 403 years after Shela's birth, a period during which he too had other children, continuing the vital chain of human existence. Shela, when he reached 30 years of age, became the father of Eber. Following this event, Shela lived for another 403 years, and like his forebears, he also had other sons and daughters, ensuring the continuity of his line. Eber, at the age of 34, begat Peleg. His life spanned an additional 430 years after Peleg's birth, a testament to the longevity of these early patriarchs. During this time, he also fathered other children. Peleg, when he was 30 years old, became the father of Roy. The name Peleg itself signifies division, a poignant echo of the scattering of humanity at Babel, which occurred in his days. He lived for another 209 years, having other children. Reu, at the age of 32, begat Serug. After this significant event, Reu lived for an additional 207 years, during which he also had other sons and daughters. The generations continued to unfold with divine purpose. Serug, when he reached 30 years of age, became the father of Nahor. His life extended for another 200 years after Nahor's birth, a period marked by the ongoing growth of humanity. He too had other children, contributing to the expanding family tree. Nahor, at the age of 29, begat Terah. Following this birth, Nahor lived for an additional 119 years, during which he also fathered other sons and daughters. Each generation brought the narrative closer to its destined turning point. Terah, a pivotal figure in this lineage, became the father of three notable sons: Abram, Nahor, and Haran. These three brothers would play significant roles in the unfolding drama of God's covenant with humanity. Haran, one of Terah's sons, became the father of Lot. Lot would later become a companion to his uncle Abram, sharing in some of his early journeys and experiences. This familial connection would prove significant. Tragically, Haran met his end in Ur of the Chaldeans, his native land. He died before his father Terah, a sorrowful event that marked the family in their ancestral home. This loss preceded their momentous departure. The narrative then turns to the marital unions within Terah's family. Abram took Sarai as his wife, a woman whose barrenness would later become a central theme in God's promise. Nahor, Abram's brother, married Milcah, who was the daughter of Haran, thus his niece. Sarai, Abram's wife, was barren and had no children. This condition, explicitly stated, highlights a profound challenge to the divine promise of numerous descendants, setting the stage for God's miraculous intervention. Her inability to conceive was a significant detail. Terah, now the patriarch, initiated a momentous journey from Ur of the Chaldeans. He gathered his son Abram, his grandson Lot, and Sarai, Abram's wife, to embark on a new path. This departure marked a significant turning point for the family. Their stated intention was to travel to the land of Canaan, a region destined to become the promised inheritance. This destination represented a divine calling, though its full implications were yet to be revealed to them. However, their journey halted prematurely. They settled in a place called Haran, where they resided for a considerable period. It was in Haran that Terah eventually died, at the advanced age of 205 years, before reaching the intended destination of Canaan.